In this video, I want to share with you how to dominate Spotify this year, but also how not to be a slave to social media to promote your music, but to use paid ads to really grow your fan base. Because we sold over 30,000 CDs using paid ads to grow a fan base. And what's crazy is it's not just a fan base of people who downloaded a song for free. It's a fan base of buyers. It's an email list of buyers. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather have an email list of buyers than an email list of a bunch of just freebie seekers, right? They just wanted something for free. When someone has actually pulled out their wallet to pay for something, they're worth 10 times more than somebody who just hit download. Like, think about that. Think about an email list of people who bought tickets to a show versus people who just downloaded the music for free. Those same paid ads have generated millions of streams as well on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube. I think one of the paid ads was actually shared 23,000 times as well too. So that means somebody saw the ad. They didn't, maybe they commented on it, maybe they liked it, but they liked it enough to share it to either their stories or to their page on Facebook. Okay, 23,000 times. I'm going to show you that ad in a minute. And then the video, because it was a video ad itself, got over 2 million views. Okay. And the ripple effect that takes place to expose your music to a larger audience is incredible. And by the way, my name is Chris Greenwood, also known as the artist Manafest. I have about 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. We've got generated over 130 million streams. We're actually 200 million total. And, using paid ads has really been a game changer for me. The idea of, taking an ad and setting it up and then forgetting about it and not having to worry about it, not having to look at it. Like, even on this is day 14 of this 30-day challenge that we've been running. And I've only done 3 or 4 different ads. And today is actually going to be the biggest little tweak I'm going to make, but it's not actually to the ad. It's going to be with targeting, but it's literally been set it and forget it. And so I don't need to be toying with it. I don't need to be messing with it, making all these changes, because it just restarts the algorithm again. But what's so cool is that when I wake up in the morning and I check my Instagram, I can see comments on the ad. Like, I'm seeing fist bumps. I see someone that said, "I am literally addicted to this song." Like, can you imagine that for a song? And this song is 2 years old, right? And already I can see the ad. It's got 862 likes, 16 comments, and 25 shares. You probably can't see that because it's too small or whatever, but those are the numbers on that ad, right? But it's starting to grow because we're starting to increase the budget. And it's not so much about spending more as it is increasing the budget just so I can reach more people. But I'll tell you, one of the issues that we need to fix right now is some of the ad costs have gone up. So even though I've increased my budget, the ad costs have also gone up a little bit. So yes, I'm reaching more people, but I'm also paying a little bit more. So that's one of the things I want to fix today. And if you're watching this training, we're on, again, day 14. Go back and watch all the days so you can see where we started from. But I had a song that was literally getting like 60 streams a day. And now we're getting hundreds of streams a day, 700 plus streams. I really believe by next week we're going to be in the thousands, prayerfully. I'm praying that Spotify's algorithm kicks in. It might not be till week 3 or week 4. We'll see. But the idea is I'm forcing these streams to happen for people to listen to my music, to grow my streams so that I can dominate Spotify. Because look, they say there's 90,000 plus songs uploaded daily. Okay, maybe it's 100,000, maybe it's 120,000. I don't know. But how many of those songs are actually marketed and promoted? Like, how many artists are actually spending $5 or even $10 a day on their ad? Probably not many. How many are spending $50 or $100 a day? Probably not many. And I'm not hating on organic. I'm fine with posting on organic. I posted on TikTok today to promote my song. Like, I always want to get a chance of going viral and reaching people for free. But I don't know about you, but I'm not getting any younger, and I want to speed this process up. And so to speed the process up, I can't buy a fan base, but I can not boost a post, because that's not what we do here. We run ads, conversion ads, using a tool called Hyped It. Shouts out to my man John Gold, so that we can put our music in front of strangers, and then they click on the ad, and then they go over to Spotify and they stream it and they listen to all our songs. So before I share Spotify, I want to share with you one of my ads that we did a while ago and just show you some of these stats that I think are pretty stinking cool. If I can show you this, here's one of the ads that I mentioned earlier. Okay, 4.6 thousand comments in the bottom there, 23,000 shares, 2.4 million views. Okay, and that's just one of the ads that we've run. Okay, and again, that was actually going to a free plus shipping offer. All right, so we ran that one for a while. I didn't change that ad out for a year. A year. Like, talk about set it and forget it. But you got to start somewhere, right? You've got to start somewhere. And so I want to share my screen now and show you what we've been doing with these ads to get more streams. Because I don't know about you, but I want more streams on my music. So let's take a look. Again, we're on day 14. Let me share my screen. Let's see where we're at right now. There's 168 people. Ooh, 131. It goes up, 130. Okay, Sundays are always one of the quietest days, Saturdays and Sundays. But let's click on music. Let's click on songs. I want to do a search for my song Help, because that's the song that we've been promoting for the last 14 days. So I guess it's officially been 2 weeks. Okay, so 2 weeks. We started here, and it's a slow grind here. We're going up to 80. We finally broke 100. We broke 200, 300, 500, 700 streams on Thursday. Friday, we dipped down a little bit. And Saturday, we dipped down a little bit. Okay, so I've increased the budget a bit. This is Saturday. Yesterday, we had 500 streams. Now, saves, okay, they've kind of tapered out a little bit as well, too, because we got to do some fixes to the ads. And then we can see playlists, a nice crescendo as well, too. But what I love the most out of all this data right here is, of course, number one, I want more streams, man. Like, come on, 700 streams a day compared to, 63. And this is going to pop on Monday. This is going to pop. And you won't see the pop until Tuesday, because look, it's Sunday today and you're seeing Saturday's data. But what I love is that this amount of streams per listener, this keeps going up. Were only listening to this song 1.8 times. Then it jumped up to 2, and now 2.3, almost 2.4. So almost 2.5 times people are listening to this song. And if we look here, if I click on playlists, and if we just go the last 24 hours, we can see that the majority of the streams came from this playlist here. Okay, this is the playlist that I control, the one that I'm running ads to. We had 74 streams a day. It looks like I'm getting just from in the last 24 hours from that song. Okay, and the rest are algorithmic and people's personal playlists and whatnot. All right, so it's starting to freaking crush. Now, the other thing I want to share with you is if we go to music and I click on songs, and if you remember, if I do a search for Help, this song was number 79 in my playlist. Now it's at number 44 in the last 28 days. But if we click the last 24 hours and we do a search for Help, we can see it's top 15. Okay, we can see it's top 15. And so again, I've been running Facebook and Instagram ads to a song on my playlist because I want to get more streams. But what happens sometimes, and this is getting a little ninja, is ads do sometimes fatigue, especially when you start to spend more money. And we've only been spending, what are we spending? 60, 75 bucks a day Canadian, which American, what is that? 75 Canadian. Let's do the math on that. 75 times 0.6. That's $45 a day. So we haven't really spent that much. But what we're going to do is we're going to widen the targeting here. And I'm going to show you, because when you set up an ad with Hyped It, and they're the ones that set the ads up for you on Facebook and Instagram using their tool, put a link below for a free 7-day trial. But they always do this targeting, but the fan also has to listen to Spotify. And I want to show you what I mean here. This is getting a little ninja. If you've got questions about this, come to my Spotify challenge that starts tomorrow. Let me share my screen. But here I'm in my Facebook Ads Manager. Today it's costing 45 cents per click, 81 cents per click there. If we go yesterday, it was 40 cents and 70 cents. But let's go the last 7 days. We can see this was 26 and 47. Okay. So, we're spending a little bit more right now. We're spending yesterday it cost me a lot more. And so what I'm going to do here in this campaign is if I go the last 7 days, let's do the last 14 days, I can see this targeting here, hip hop music, that's where it's spent the most. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit this ad set, and I'm going to scroll down here, and you can see all the countries that we're targeting. But as far as like the actual targeting, like the detailed targeting, it says, look, I'm going to click edit on this so you can see this. It says, look, includes people who match hip hop music, but they also must like Spotify. Well, I'm going to remove Spotify. All right. And I'm going to widen it up, and that's going to shoot this audience up. That shot this audience up huge. Like it says 187 million to 220 million. When I had Spotify in there, let's just put that bit back in there. That audience was only 89 million to 105. So, but when I removed this, that almost doubled the audience. So I'm going to hit publish on that. And see now what's going to happen is that's going to reset that targeting. Okay. And so I'm going to come here, and while that's processing, I'm going to give this a little bit more budget. We're going to bump this up just a little bit. We're going to bump it up to 30. And now same thing with this one. I want to go the last 14 days. We can see majority M&M has taken the most of this, and that's been 48 cents. These ones 62. But I'm going to do the same thing. Is I'm going to click on M&M. I'm going to edit this ad set because that's where it spent most of the money. And you can see the targeting is 11 million to 13 million. Well, let's just scroll down here. Oh, and you can see all the countries that we have here. Okay, these are tier 1 and tier 2 countries. You can see all those. And see where it says people who like M&M but also must look at Spotify. 11 million. Look what happens when we remove Spotify. It bumps us up to 17 million. So it like doubles the audience size. Okay. So and let's increase the budget on this one a little bit too. Let's bump this up to let's go 49. Okay. And we'll go higher and higher next week. I just want to make sure that we're rocking there. So now we're at 79 a day. Okay. So what's really important is when you're targeting millions of people on Facebook and Instagram, like that's the potential audience size. But that doesn't mean that, it's going to show your ad to all those millions of people. Like if we even just take a look, like the amount of people that's shown to, let's just go the last 14 days. So we've reached 178,000 people. Out of those millions and millions of people, we paid, what did we spend? We spent $468, so almost $500 to reach 178,000 people. Okay. And 1,159 people clicked over. Okay. So far it's cost me just over $400 and something to get like 1,100 new listeners. So let's do the math on that. So it was about $468 Canadian dollars, by the way, divided by 11, I think it was 45 approximately. Let's do that again. That didn't do it right. So 468 divided by about 11.45. So it cost me about 40 cents Canadian. So what is that American times 0.6? So to get a listener, it's cost me about 24 cents. But how many we know that, the tracking isn't always perfect. So it probably cost me less than that. But that's like 24 cents a fan. Come on, that's pretty dope, dude. And if I'm getting paid 0.4 cents, 0.3 cents, okay, then it cost me 19 cents. All right. But remember, that's just the first string. We know when we looked at the data earlier, and go back and watch the other videos, We're targeting a playlist. So somebody's not listening to just to one song, they're listening to another song and another song and another song. And forgive me, I had my math there. We're not getting paid 0. Um, uh, 3 cents. We're getting paid 0.003 cents. Okay. So we're not even getting paid. It's just under a cent. Right. But the point is I am making some of my money back, but I'm not worried about making my money on the front end. Remember, broke artists focus on the front end. Rich artists focus on the back end. Rich artists don't want an advance. They want equity. They want ownership. Okay. I've shared on my Spotify 5-day challenge that look, I've had many, many offers to buy my catalog, my music catalog for 7 figures plus. Okay. Your music has value. It just needs to be marketed. I just read you one of these comments from a complete stranger who had never heard of my song before. And they were kind enough to leave a kind comment to say, you know, I'm literally addicted to this song. Well, what if I never did this training and did this experiment where I'm promoting my music for 30 days to get my music out there, right? Like your music is special. You have a message. You have this awesome music. Why aren't you marketing and promoting it? Okay. Stop going out to dinners. Stop buying all the expensive teas and coffees and going out and put that money into your music to promote it, to market it, to build a real fan base. Because they're not just following me on Spotify. They're following me on Instagram, on Facebook. Maybe it's Apple Music. If you watched yesterday, and I'll just show it to you because I think it's really valuable that I show you this email, is that not only are we growing on Spotify, like that's where the ad is going to, but I shared yesterday. Let me see if I can pull this up. Apple Artists, Apple Music for Artists. Here it is. Okay, so they send me a recap email every single day. Okay, every single week, excuse me. And if I share my screen, go to Window. So this is the email I got from Apple Music. If I scroll down here, I can see this song Help, right? This song Help, top Shazam count. It's now my top 3, 364% growth. Okay. So it grew by 364%. Okay. Out of all those ads, and that's just 7 days. Okay. 7 days. So next week, it should be even crazier. It should be even bigger because I'm fixing the ads. I'm widening the audience. Like when I removed that targeting from Spotify, I'm saying, hey, Facebook, I'm going to give you a bigger audience. Because originally I was saying, look, they have to look like this. And Facebook and Instagram saying, okay, well, I've got 11 million people that look like that, Chris. And so today I said, okay, I'm broadening the audience, and I'm saying, okay, you don't have to be following or liking Spotify. You just have to be interested in Eminem. And all of a sudden that took the audience and that went like this, whoof, and we went way wider. All right. Because I don't know about you. I don't follow Spotify on Facebook and Instagram, but I still like hip hop music. I still like rock music. So just because somebody, follows something doesn't mean they don't not have a Spotify account or an Apple Music account. So what I did today was I broadened my audience. But what's really cool and why I love Facebook and Instagram ads, and if you want to ask me questions, Cult Guru or Billy, come to my Spotify 5-day challenge. It starts tomorrow. You can get a ticket. You can ask me as many questions as you want live. But what I like about Facebook and Instagram so much is that it's learning. It's learning and it's optimizing. It's going, oh, this is the type of person out of these millions of people, these types of people are responding to your ad. So we're going to try and show it to more people like that. And every time someone actually clicks and then presses play, Facebook goes, doop, and it goes, oh, okay, we're going to find more people that are doing that action. And people that normally wouldn't listen to that, we're not going to show those ads to them. Number one, because they want to make sure that they spend your money wisely because they want to get conversions as cheap as possible. But also, if Facebook knows and has all these millions of data points on us, and they're like, look, these type of people, they'll never click on that ad. Like they just don't like it. They're not going to click on that ad. So we're not even going to show it to them. We're not even going to show it. We're not going to waste your money, Colt or Billy. I'll give you a shout out. We're not going to waste your money. We're going to spend it wisely and only show it to the people that are most likely, because they want people that are on their platform to have a good experience, right? This is the same thing on Spotify. If your playlist ads are up, if your skip rate is low, if your saves are high, if they're listening to the whole song, those are all little trigger points for Spotify's algorithm to go, okay, this song is dope. Let's go show it to more people that are into this. And let's not show it to people that aren't. Okay, this is what's just so cool about this. So I hope this has been valuable for you guys. Again, the Spotify 5-day challenge starts this week. It's from 11 till 1 p.m. every day. I do an hour training, and then we take a quick little break. I grab a little tea or a coffee here, and then I do Q&A for a whole hour over Zoom. And you can ask me as many questions as you want. But what's really powerful is hearing the questions that you didn't think to ask that somebody else did. And I'll tell you, one of the keys to success is being close to proximity of people that are successful like you. Okay. Like, you want to be as close as you can to people who are where you want to be. Okay. If I want 1 million monthly listeners, then that means I need to get around people that have 1 million or 2 million or 3 million. All right. I've got about 500,000 monthly listeners. All right. So I need to surround myself with other people that are doing that are going to get me to stretch. They're going to say, Chris, okay, take the risk, do this. Tony Robbins says success leaves clues. So you want to model people that are doing things. All right. It's always the critics that aren't doing anything that always seem to be the loudest, that, oh, it doesn't work. Don't spend your money on marketing. Just go organic. Okay. I don't know about you, but I want a get rich quick scheme. I want a more streams faster scheme. Okay. And all the word scheme just means a plan. It's short for schematic, a roadmap to get you there. And that's what this Spotify 5-day challenge is. It's literally a daily roadmap to show you how to grow your fan base, because what got you here won't get you there. Okay. And it's not time to quit on your dream, but maybe if you don't have 1 million monthly listeners, it's time to change your strategy. All right. I was saying to some of my students the other day, if you've got less than 10,000 monthly listeners, you are still running. Okay. If you got 100,000 monthly listeners, then you are riding a bike. Okay. If you've got 500,000 monthly listeners, you're probably in a plane. If you've got 1 million monthly listeners or more, you are in a jet. Okay. And what the whole algorithm or the example metaphor I'm trying to share there is, running only gets you so far, so fast, and you burn a lot of energy, and a lot of you are just burning out and you're frustrated. But some of you have learned how to ride a bike, and you use less energy and you get there faster. And some of you have really learned how to leverage Facebook and Instagram, and now you're in a car, and now you're getting here to your destination even faster using even less energy. But to give you an example, I have driven to Nashville from Canada, and it is 16 hours. Okay, it takes a lot of time, effort, right? But I've also flown there in a jet, and that only took an hour, hour and a half. Okay, and I used even less energy. So you see, we use our money to buy back our time. All right, everybody pays. You're either going to pay with money or you're going to pay with time. But you see, money, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. You want to use your money to buy back your time. Why would I, do a $10 task when my hourly rate, is $500 an hour or $1,000 an hour? Why wouldn't I work on something that can pay me higher, and then I delegate something else out? Right? And so these are the type of mindset that we need to change and flip around. You see, I'm leveraging Zuckerberg's audience. It literally cost me a couple of $100 to reach thousands of people. He's built the audience. Spotify has built the audience. Well, now we need to put our music out there. And then the algorithm triggers, and then it starts working for us. All right. The reason most people have a job, okay, and job just stands for just over broke, okay, is because your money is unemployed. All right. Your money is not working for you. It's not working for you in real estate. It's not working for you in your music. It's not working for you in stocks. It's not working for you in your business. And so you're having to trade your time so that you can get a little bit of money, right? Where what you want to do is you want to get your money working for you, your money having babies. You want to get your music working for you. Right now, my music is working for me. Okay, it's working for me right now. As I'm recording this video, I'm going to share my screen. Let's click on home. 55 people listening to my song right now, 58 people, 60, okay? It's going to go up. It's going to go down, all right? If I was to open up YouTube right now, okay, I could see that YouTube is working for me. And I'm going to share my screen right now so you guys can see this. But you got to understand, you've got to stop trading your time for dollars. You've got to stop trading your time for things that only pay you once. Okay, look, here's YouTube. Let's click on analytics. Okay, let's go the last 28 days, 77 or last 48 hours, 77,000 views. Okay, on YouTube. Last 48 hours, 77,000 views. Okay, so that's from work I did months ago. That's from work I did years ago. All right, and you know what's crazy? None of you have heard of me probably. Like, how many people have heard of Manafest? Right? You haven't heard of me, right? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But the point is, you don't have to be a household name. But what's really interesting is because, like, you know, where I made the majority of my money early on in my career was touring, right? If you want to listen to a really good audiobook, but just do not listen to it going to sleep, is my book Fighter. 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams. Do I have a copy of it? Here it is. Listen to this on Spotify or go get the physical. Okay, it shares how I went from 5 days a week to 4 to 3, and then I finally quit my job to do music full time over like 20 years ago. And I quit too soon. I wish I didn't. But this is the thing. I ended up building a career by touring, but just 4 years ago now, when I stopped touring, I stopped getting paid. Okay, the money stopped. The money stopped. I stopped getting paid. But you know what didn't stop? Is the streams, the royalties, the Swiss dollars, streams while I sleep soundly, sales while I sleep soundly. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Okay, keeps going. You know, all those stores that used to have my CDs, because we've sold hundreds of thousands of albums in stores, in Tower Records, right? Like, I've had CDs in Tower Records. Okay, let me just show you this just for fun. And this is in Japan from a long time ago. Let me show you this. Okay, because I just think it's fun. I want to go there again so bad. So this is me in Tower Records. Okay, that's my album on the wall. It's Manafest. That's my name in Japanese, and that's a big end cap there. If you can see that, it's my CD. Okay, now those stores aren't housing my CDs anymore. They're not selling my CDs anymore. That was a certain point of time. But that same album, Fighter right there, that's like making streams right now. It's making me money right now. And I'm not against CDs. You still sell CDs or whatever. But the point is, I'm trying to, the mindset here, and every day I'm going to be doing a training on mindset, is that you want to do things that pay you for a lifetime, right? If I could go back in time, I would have written way more songs. I would have done more songwriting. You know, I toured with so many artists, you know, but why did I not collaborate with them? And on Wednesday this week, we're spending a whole day on collaborations, on how you can get collaborations for free, how you can blow up your fan base with collaborations. It's one of my favorite days on the Spotify 5-day challenge. And if you don't make this month's, come to the one in September. But just block it off. You know, it'll change your life, man. It really will. It'll really impact you. But I hope this challenge has been great. This was day 14. Make sure you go back and watch all the other videos so you can see the growth and all the lessons. And next, watch day 15, which will be right up here.